morning, Lions fans. It's Victory Monday. Victory Monday, and it's National Championship Day. Go Blue, you know what it is. Can't wait to watch that game later. But in the meantime, let's talk about our Lions, right? So first and foremost, I just want to address something. Twitter. Listen, just because I tweet that I would rather not see the Rams, that doesn't mean that I'm scared of the Rams. Let me explain something to you. Covering this team for a long time, right? You watch a lot of football. You start to understand, your team. I follow this team tooth and nail every step of the way. I think I know what my team is, right? I hope that you do too. The Rams, unlike the Packers, have a air assault right now that's unmatched. And us being a young team, an inexperienced team, and an incomplete team, it makes it tough for us to defend a team like that right now. Why do I say that? It's because in order to compensate for the pass rush right now, we've been having to send extra guys just to free up guys like Hutch, who you see is flourishing because of that right now. But that comes with a downside. On the flip side of that, you have to give up big plays here and there. They have two big play receivers over there with Puka and Cup. Plus, they use their tight end. They spread the ball around in general. They're not going to run the football on us, but those backs catching the ball out the backfield, pretty damn good. So we have a task at hand that's going to be very tough. Now, as far as Green Bay, the anomaly that we've seen over the holidays, man, I mean, that team and this team is two total different teams. Number one, we're entirely more healthy, especially up front. We are fully healthy up front. So that, to me, against an inexperienced quarterback, one that has not won a recent Super Bowl, and has multiple veterans on that team that has won that Super Bowl, I would rather go against a Jordan Love and an inexperienced team than I would rather go against a hot Rams team that's been there before, that's been all the way there, that's won it. That's what I was explaining. Rather, however you feel about Matthew Stafford is one thing or another. It's idiotic. Please stop leaving comments and replies about that crap. Listen, whoever wears a fucking Stafford jersey or whatever they want to do, they're entitled to do that. No one gave you the authority to tell people what the hell they can do and what they can't do. Go to the game, shut up, and watch the goddamn game and cheer for your team. No one gave you this power to ordain yourself and say, you can't do this and you can't do that. Mind your goddamn business. I see people arguing all day about that. Matthew Stafford is not the conversation right now. The Rams are the conversation right now. Sean McVay is the conversation right now. This is a team going against a team. This is not golf going against Matthew Stafford. We have two teams here. We have one experienced coach and one unexperienced coach. There's a lot to come to play with this game. All of those scenarios are over with. The moment that Matthew Stafford left here the first season and won the Super Bowl, answered every question that you should have. This conversation should be dead by now. So can we please just make this between the Lions and the Rams and what they do on offense? We don't have a complete team on the defensive side of the ball yet, so we're going to have to compensate. We're going to have to give up something. And most likely that's going to end up being some big plays here and there like we've been doing, which is we've been successful with. Even though we got screwed in Dallas, I mean, at the end of the day, you look at it, we really won that game. So, it's been working. You've been able to get to the quarterback. And one thing that the Rams do is that they'll allow you to get to Matthew Stafford. So if Aaron Glenn continues to be aggressive like he's been, to send that pressure, it's going to work out well for the Detroit Lions. He'll have less time for those plays to develop. That has to be the game plan defensively. On the offensive end, I'm not so much as worried. We have a full and healthy offensive line. Last time we saw Aaron Donald, he was ready to fight Penei Sewell because Penei Sewell was mauling his ass. So I'm not per se worried about the offense. Yeah, we're missing Laporta, but like I said, against certain teams, especially the high-profile teams we played, listen, with a good linebacker core, Laporta is usually taken away anyway. Will they go and get somebody like Zach Ertz? I doubt it. It's the Lions. We just don't go and do stuff that makes sense half the time when it comes to those situations. We're not perfect. Brad Holmes built a great team, great roster, made some great picks, but he's not perfect either. When it comes to these situations, we sit on our fingers. So that's just what it is. That's the truth. It's not saying he's a bad general manager, but it's just the truth. So I don't think it happens. So Sunday Night Football, 8:15. Obviously, premier game. The script is scripted, right? We all knew this script was coming. We figured is immediately when we got screwed in Dallas, we knew what was coming, right? Matthew Stafford comes home and goes against the Lions for in their first playoff game in Ford Field. All the the media fixings and everything else, when at the end of the day it's literally just about the Lions versus the Rams. So all the extra crap, leave the extra crap where it's at, man, and look at what your team is and what this team is. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the Rams, it's not hard to find some footage. It's not hard to find because that aerosol is ridiculous over there. So in order to make them, to weaken them, to weaken the blow, you have to send that pressure. You have to. So Aaron Glenn, you got a job, man, I feel bad for him. You got a job, man. Some of these fans just don't understand, man, that, even though we've been getting by, we just don't have the talent that you would want to have as far as veterans or stars on that defense in order for us to be successful against the highest profile teams, because that's where we at now. We're against the highest profile teams. This is the playoff. Whole different animal, whole different beast. So, you have to find ways to be successful, and I think he will. I do still believe in my defensive coordinator. I know a lot of people don't. Whatever it is, fine. I do. And I'm telling you, in order for us to be successful, we got to bring it. We got to bring it. We can't go out there and shoot ourselves in the foot. Jared Goff, you can't go out there and get fluttered and start throwing picks and everything else. This has to be your best game that you have played in a Lions jersey. Because the Rams were my sleeper team to go and win in the NFC Championship game. So, listen, man, this has to be that game. You go out the gate against one of the toughest opponents that you have to worry about in these playoffs. Because, you're seeing a lot of fraud start to pop out. The only team to me that's unmatched with everybody else is the Ravens right now. I'm not a true believer in Purdy. I'm not a true believer, damn sure, in the Eagles. They are a dumpster fire. Damn sure not a true believer in the Cowboys or the Packers. So if we go in and we take care of business here at home anything can happen from that point. You know, like I said, it's the playoffs, crazy things happen, but us getting a victory will be big time. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to Sunday. I know you guys can't. Man, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens, man. Leave it in the comment section, man, what you guys think about this matchup. As far as the Lions versus the Rams and our defense and their offense. Are you a little nervous about that? Would you have rather faced a different team? Leave those things in the comments, man, and you know, let's have some good conversation, right? So with that said, it's Victory Monday. Let's enjoy the rest of this week, and hopefully we can get some good news. Good but bad, still bad news. Laporta, hyperextended knee. That still holds him out for some weeks, unless he has some type of freak healing gene, you know, where he can come back. And if we still playing 2 or 3 weeks from now, then maybe there's a shot. Maybe. We don't know how bad he hyperextended that knee. We don't know his healing factor, so we have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I think we have plenty enough pieces to do what we got to do and take care of business against these teams. J-Mo will be back. It's another threat that's been coming along, man. And, you know, we'll go from there. But in the meantime, enjoy your day. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.